But I gotta ask, with all this shit going on, is it any surprise, or should I say, do you think this is the future? Because it looks like we're heading this way. Lab-grown babies could be a reality as soon as 2028, scientist claims.
Well, it might be a reality by 2028, but it'll take a good year to, a good 10 years to like perfect it.
Yeah, we're gonna wind up with a lot of lepers. I have a feeling.
Yeah, you're gonna, three-legged Sams and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yep.
Just wait till they start making chimera babies, splicing in animal DNA into the whole thing.
Oh, so people can be literal furries. Yeah,
That's
we'll look
nasty.
forward to that. And I love this guy. I don't need girlfriend no more. No. So I have baby by myself. See, all I got to do. Okay, now I grow in test tube.
Well, more power to them.
Yeah, whatever works for him. Apparently, this is like a whole thing. They're creating, functional egg cells and sperm cells and, growing this shit. So apparently they're starting it with mouse pups. 1% of the embryos, 7 out of 630 grew into live mouse pups. Researchers thought the experiment potentially had important implications for human reproduction. So, so the globalist elites, they're convincing you to allow your children to hack their shit off, and this is how they're going to keep the shit going. They're going to grow their own slaves.
Yeah, this is not going to end well.
No, it's not.
I can't really foresee that this is going anywhere happy and contentful.
No. Like, women who do shit like this, the sologamy thing, marrying themselves as a symbolic expression of self-love, also known as narcissism, they're going to look at this and be like, see, we don't need men.
What, did we do, like 2 or 3 shows on this?
We did one show on it for sure. Like, the first time that we ever heard about this was like 2017, 2018. And we ripped that woman apart. Marrying herself in front of a ceremony of all of her friends, and they all just come up and talk about how wonderful she is. Yeah, that's not narcissistic at all.
The male equivalent of this is a master debater. And you can always tell what's going on because he goes into the bathroom with a girly magazine. He comes out 10 minutes later. Everything's fine.
Yep. You got to love it. When it's a dude who does this, it's just, men groping their own wiener. You can figure out the acronym for yourself. But when it's a woman who does it, it's a symbolic expression of self-love. No. This is narcissism. This is cope. This is pathetic.
That's the word I was going to use, pathetic. Listen, look, you are already in the aircraft. It is on fire. You can't land. You're out of time. Just man up, sack up, cowboy up, whatever, ranger up, and just ride it into the ground. That's what the dudes do.
Yeah.
Like, if a dude gets beyond the age of 35, more than likely he's never going to get married. And he's basically, while everyone is screaming in the aircraft that's on fire, he's up in first class drinking champagne, eating cheese. Because it is what it is. I mean, you just have to accept it.
It's not bad at all, not bad at all. But with that being said, before we read a couple of the chats from YouTube, how about a nice little revenge tale?
Oh, yeah, I love revenge.
We love revenge around here. This is from a fan of the show as well. We're just going to call him Justin. Me and my sweetheart live in rural Alabama with just a couple of neighbors living on a nice set of woods around us. This event happened about 12 years ago when she was 20. During this time, her dad was in the hospital just waiting to pass away. He was in really bad health.
Oh, no.
They came back home to get some supplies and everything needed for another stay with him. Their neighbor was an over-the-road truck driver and liked parking his rig in the driveway, taking up most of the room and making it difficult to get around him. At the time, he was a bit of a douchebag. They tried getting him to move his truck, but he wanted to be an a-hole and not do anything to move it. As fate would have it, later that evening, my lover found a wild possum raiding their chicken feed. She got her Savage 22 semi-auto rifle and drilled it through the head. Then she got a Walmart bag and her knife. While with her holding that possum in the bag, she gutted it, smeared its guts on the passenger side dualies, and then jammed its carcass between the tires.
Damn!
After about a day of it fermenting in the Alabama heat, the neighbor finally had to go on the road. According to what his wife told her, this rig stunk like hell and he thought he'd ran over something on the road. When he got to a service center, the mechanics got quite a surprise when they pulled the dualies apart and the remains of the possum fell out.
Well, and you know what? he's going to think I ran something over.
Yep. Moral of the story, don't be a dick to your neighbors. Her dad also enjoyed her tale of revenge.
I did something similar when I was in the Army. This guy used to drag race all the time, and I used to drag race with him, but he was a sore winner because he always defeated me.
Oh, yeah?
So one day, I found a bunch of dead birds.
Oh, no.
Climbed up, and I put them in the headers of his on each side of his engine. So he's driving along, and they're just burning feathers. Ah! Ah! You can see the smoke. Ah! See, I don't know what happened. I'm like, I don't know what happened, man. Exactly. It didn't damage his car at all. He just he hosed it off. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, bird attacks are no joke, man.
Oh, that stunk. It was terribly smelled bad.
Oh, I bet.
But it's hilarious.
God!
He's like tooling around the parking lot until he came back from the pigs, and you can see him driving.
That reminds me of what you were telling me before the stream. You said you finally figured out what belly button piercings and septum piercings are for.
And to hang your air freshener.
Every little bit helps, I guess.
Because you know what? Some of these feminist women who let themselves go don't quit brushing their teeth, and and they don't hose out the blowhole below.
Yeah, I guess bathing is patriarchy.
Wow.
It's just pathetic.
You got to hose out that blowhole, baby. That's just
Yeah, you do. You really do.
wow.
I don't care if you douche, but you got to at least use soap down there. And please dispense with as much of the flavor saver rigging as possible, if you know what I mean.
Ah! Stop.
And if you're...
Stop.
Yeah.
Enough.
Here, can you hang this off
No.
of your nose ring right there? Your breath smells like 48 cocks.
A rancid 48.
I thought it might mask the stench.
Oh, my God.
What about the one on my belly button? Well, there's still stuff drying on your leg. I guess you got to go. Use that water, that shower thing that people have been telling you about that you refuse to investigate.
Listen, just listen. Just wash.
Disgusting.
Keep your hair natural colors. Just be a little personable. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
It really does.
Because it's pretty obvious just from the look of most of these womanists that they cling to this ideology to deflect from the fact that no one finds them attractive. And apparently it's easier to blame men for that than it is to, I don't know, stop eating fast food and junk and hitting the gym or shit, even just walking a couple of miles a day. It doesn't even take you an hour.
Or
Come on.
Or all of the tattoos and all of the different weird colored hair they have.
Yep.
Listen, Mother Nature does that as a warning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stay away.
And it
and
works.
literally, I'm trying to tell the young men out there, it's the same thing with these women.
Yep.
Stay the hell away from them. Don't even screw around. All it takes is one snake bite on your Johnson, and you're done.
Yeah.
No. You get yourself a bad case of Vada.
Somebody's going to have to bust out the Mullen baller and scoop out your penis. Ugh.
You'd be standing on the box
Or you
getting the liquid nitrogen burn-off treatment.
Or you could just keep it until it's the size of a ping pong ball and call it your tickler.
Yeah. Shh. Could you stop moving? Shh. You did this to yourself now. Shh. God damn.
Woo!
That's the way my roommate explained it.
I don't even want to know, man.
Old Vicky.
Oof.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.